Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to go ahead and play with the Laura Lee Los Angeles Cosmetics that I purchased a while back in mystery bag that she had out. I did a video on it. It didn't come out good. I was looking at it in editing and it just wasn't what I wanted. So I'm going to redo it today in the form of a chatty get ready with me. And yeah, we're just going to play with the makeup and hang out. I'm going to ramble and probably trail off and go on different subjects, you know, like I always do. So if that sounds like fun, then stick around because I'm about to get chatty. And if you want, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you don't, it's totally fine too. I'm just glad to have you here. And with that being said, let's jump into today's video. There's a fan on, and I'm wearing a sweater. So if you're new here, that's any indication of what my personality is like. I need the fan on. Even if I weren't wearing a sweater, I would need to have a fan because it's, you know, we're getting into the summer months. It's starting to warm up. So if you hear a fan in the background, I just want to start by saying, I'm sorry about the noise, but I have a fan on, and it's most likely going to stay on. So let's try and ignore it and just focus on the makeup and hanging out together. I really hope it doesn't bug it, but I do need it on regardless. So I do have, okay, now with that all being said, see, the rambling has begun. I've got the bronze palette here, and this is really pretty. I love that gold shade that's in there, super cute. So we've got that to play with today. We got the Nudie Patootie palette. I wanted this when it first came out. When she first launched it, I thought, beautiful. This is the kind of palette that just speaks to me. It is basic neutrals, really cute. So we're gonna go ahead and play with that today. I got the little magnetic thing from Laura Lee Los Angeles. I'm sure I can do a better job showing that to you. Alright. I got some of the singles in there. I don't think I'm gonna play with those today, but I do have those. And we've got her brushes, already been used. We're gonna play with these today. And we've got the sponge, which I've already doused in water, so it's nice and squishy and ready to go. And I did say in my last video, or is it in the one that was really lousy that I'm not going to post because I already erased it? It reminds me a lot of this elf sponge, which is dirty as all get out. I know, I'm sorry. It's stained, I use it. It is what it is. I like this. This is a great sponge. This is a great sponge. You'll see it in action today, that's for sure. I do like the sponge. Just wanted to let you know right away. I like it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put my hair up as I usually do and prime my eyes, and we're going to get started with the eyeshadow. Ooh, wait. There's something else before I hop off and do that. I am going to try something new today. Well, not new, but new to me. We're going to try the Marc Jacobs bronzer. And what's her name again? Tantric? Going to give that a shot today. I've never tried that. And hopefully I like it. Okay, so hair's going to be up, eyes are going to be primed when I get back in like, I don't know, like a snap of fingers. A few seconds. I'll be right back. This is a look. Okay. Hair's up, eyes are primed, and we are going to get started. I'm going to set this aside because I'm not going to use these singles today, like I said. We're going to use the Nudie Patootie palette. I've already used some of the shadows in here. You guys know I've already played with this. And I've decided that we're going to use streaking today. We're going to use reveal today. I want to use the shimmer exposed, and I want to use this shimmer uncovered. And I'm going to swatch these really quick so you guys can see some of the shimmers. Like, this is exposed, and I'm just going to swatch that right there. Excellent swatcher that I am. So you guys can see that. And this, I'm going to swatch uncover next. This is uncover. Try and do this proper. I just want to give you guys an idea of, here, let's swatch Au Natural. It's the gold kind of shade in there. Okay, so there you go. Now the reason why I did that is because my thoughts on these shimmers are that they're almost like a topper slash shimmer hybrid. I don't know, the formula to me is it's not like an in-your-face, and I don't suppose it should be considering that it's, you know, the Nudie Patootie palette, but it's a very luminescent kind of shimmer as opposed to, you know, the shimmers that I've grown accustomed to, which are very like, wow, like that's a shimmer. These are just very gentle and they're really lovely. That's just, you know, I just wanted to say that right off the bat. It's not a pow kind of palette. I mean, you can create, you know, really pretty dramatic looks with it, absolutely, but it does stay true to, in my humble opinion, the whole naked concept, nude shades, that kind of thing. Not like naked, but you know what I mean. I just wanted to throw that out there, that it stays true to what it's supposed to be, and that's something that I really like. Okay, so I'm going to use this brush from the Laura Lee collection, and it's kind of like medium for the density. It's not super floppy. Like, this is from Sephora, and it's one of my favorite brushes, and you can see it's got like a bit more of a floppiness to it as opposed to this one. It's just a bit on the denser side, if you know what I mean. So it's more of like to pack on for me than it is to blend, because, well, I'll show you guys here. I'm going to start with Streaking, which is going to be my shade that I want to lay down to initiate said look, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So, oh, that's very pretty. Look at that. That's very nice. Nice light peachy pinky kind of nude. Cute. But yeah, it's just kind of on this stiff side for the blending of eyeshadow. I like it for packing on, but not so much for blending. I mean, it's not a bad brush at all. It's a decent brush. It's just a little stiff, you know. I like my brushes just a little softer and a little more floppy. I'll just say it. That's just me, but I want to use it, you know, for the video, and it isn't like I don't use it, but mostly it's just to really build up. Poke myself in the eye. I want to happen to reveal with my other Sephora brush, and I just want to pop that on the outer portion of the program so I can see what it looks like really quick. Yeah, that's pretty. I just want to make sure that it works. You see what I mean? How this is like a floppy kind of, it just sweeps the shadow on your lid in a very comfortable way. Just kind of swirls it on there. Anyway, I'm going to add a bit more of that streaking on top because I don't want to completely cover the pink. I want it to show up, that peachy pink, just a little bit more. So I'm going to lightly pat that on there to bring that color back. And we are going to continue. See, that's lovely. I like that already. We're off to a great start. So the first thing that would be fun to talk about is that I'm fully vaccinated, which is great. I'm happy about that. The first shot, I'm knocking stuff over all over the place. The first vaccine I got was really painful. In my left arm, I'm left-handed, super great. So it was incredibly uncomfortable for that, and I felt lethargic. But other than that, after a couple days, it went away. It wasn't. It was no longer an issue. It was kind of like surprising though. It didn't like gradually fade so much as it just like instantly was gone. By midday, the second day, my arm was fine. It was like never had a problem. And you guys know I'm scared of needles. They freak me out. And the first shot, the lady was really nice. It wasn't painful at all. Didn't feel a thing. I was actually kind of low-key shocked. I thought it was going to be really horrible because most shots are horrible to me, always. But it wasn't, and it went well, and I didn't really feel so bad. The second one, the first day I felt all right. My arm was sore, but it wasn't as sore. The lady who administered the second shot, it's like she jammed it in my arm, and it was incredibly painful. It hurt a lot more the second time, that's for sure. And the pain in my arm wasn't as bad the second time, but I got a lot sicker with the second vaccine. I felt really crappy for like 2 days, and then that was gone. So we are fully vaccinated. We got the Pfizer, and you have to get 2 of them, which is kind of a drag, but it is what it is, and we got that done. So yeah, I'm ready for my forever home. Dial 55555 and order your gen today. But yeah, I am. I'm glad that we got it done, and we're all taken care of in that aspect. And it was a weird experience, and I think yeah, it was. I think my husband told me that it was gonna most likely feel like I would feel more sickly on the second one. It's something that I think he read about when he was looking up, the side effects or whatever. What happens after the second vaccine is that you tend to feel a little yuckier. He was right, because I did. Back to the palette. Let's talk about that for a second. I kind of want to hop into this one right here, Nakey Nakey, just to deepen things up a little bit. I think that would be pretty. Or maybe a disaster. Who knows? We're about to find out. So for the holiday weekend, we went over to, ooh, that's pretty. Okay, I'm good with that. I was a little worried for a second that it wasn't going to work out. It's cute. I like it. It's going to work. Let's go from there. So for Memorial Day, my husband and I decided to go to one of the casinos in Palm Springs. What is it? Casino Morongo. It's one of those. I'm going to forget the name. Pachanga, Morongo, one of those. It's one where there's the outlets. We went to the one with the outlets by it. And on that day, whew, wow, it was, you guys, wow, it was crazy. It was so busy. There were so many people out. I was shocked. I don't think I'd been around people like that in a while. It was kind of like, yeah, it was kind of like a shock to be around such a big crowd after everything that's been going on. But we had a great time. We were just, you know, kind of window shopping around at the outlets and just kind of spent the day out there. And it was a beautiful day. It was a lot warmer than it had been for us anyway. We live in an area that stays relatively cool most of the time. But it was pretty warm on that day. And we were just kind of wandering around. I remember because I went into Splendid and I bought a t-shirt, something that was a little lightweight so that I could, you know, change out of it and be a little more comfortable as we wandered around with window shopping. And they had all these amazing stores there, all the high-end stores. Just, it was so great. I didn't bring the camera. I didn't do any filming or anything like that, but we had such a good time just kind of like wandering around and looking in the little stores and stuff, and they had great deals going on. I didn't do a ton of shopping either. I know, it's who am I? What the hell? But I just wanted to enjoy the day. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I'm sure I have. My husband works a lot. He is a busy guy, and it's a good thing. It's because he's really good at what he does, and he's very in demand, and it's great. But he works a lot, and most of the time he's tired, and we just kind of like hang out and chill for the weekend when he's, you know, when he's home and not, you know, working his butt off. And I'm totally fine with that. I am a homebody. I always have been. I'm not the most social individual. I'm really not. I enjoy my at-home time, and I have, you know, a close-knit group of people that I hang with on a regular basis. And other than that, you know, I pretty much do my own thing. But we did get out, and it was great because it had been such a long time. And you know, we really enjoyed the day. It was wonderful. And it was so packed. Just wall-to-wall people that were feeling the same thing we were feeling. Just the desire to get out and not be stuck at home for a change. And yeah, it was a really, really good day. Let's pick up Exposed, and I'm going to tap that on the inner portion of my eyeball and see how that works out. So we were walking around it, you know, looking at Gucci, and gosh, they have all the really, ooh, that's beautiful. That's very pretty. See what I'm saying? It's like, it has a beautiful sheen to it. It has a pop, but it's not a super like aggressive pop. It's just this really pretty, like, I don't know, beautiful shimmer. You know, it just is. I like it. I think it's a great formula, truly. I think it's really nice what she has created here. I gotta give her props for that. Yeah, we were just kind of wandering around. We looked in Gucci. We looked at Michael Kors, because I really love their handbags. I'm a Michael Kors handbag kind of fan. Those are pretty much the only bags that I have, mostly, that I carry. And, you know, just kind of check things out. The stores were amazing. I thought they were having great sales. Yeah, there were some great deals. I just, yeah, like I said, I wasn't super into buying anything. I just wanted to kick around and you know, check out the goodies and window shop. That's something that I know I told you guys that I really enjoy doing. I just love to go and window shop and look around at all the stuff. And I don't always feel the need to buy things. I just don't. Sometimes it's just as much fun to go and look at stuff as it is to purchase. Now, don't get me wrong, it's fun to purchase. I mean, I like buying things, clearly, I do, but that day we didn't. So I'm going to pop Uncover on the inner corner of my eyeball. And then we went over to the casino, which was also packed with a bunch of peeps. Again, understandable, because, you know, it's holiday weekend and we all want to get back to whatever normal is, feel a little bit of normalcy, and I totally get it. And, you know, we played a little bit, didn't go too crazy, didn't win anything, but we had a really good time. Stopped and had a bite to eat on the way home and just had a really fun day out, which, you know, I can always appreciate. You know, we wanted to go to an amusement park, but you still need to make reservations and all that stuff. It's kind of a pain in the butt, so we thought better of it and went ahead and found something else to do that didn't require that kind of thing, and I think it worked out great. Kind of like this eyeshadow look is working out great, which is wonderful, because when I was doing my first impression, the video that shall not ever be seen, I used this flat white here, Stark, on the inner corner of my eye, and in the pan, I mean, I guess now that I look at it, it doesn't on camera look like it has a shimmer to it, but I'm telling you, in person, it looks like it has a luminosity to it. It really does. See, and hopefully you can see that, but it really does look like it has some kind of luminess to it. But you put it on, and I'm telling you, it's much more of a flat white on the eyelid than it is in the pan or in the swatch. You know what I mean? So yeah, when I popped it on the inner corner of my eye, it just looked very raccoony. It wasn't pretty at all. I ended up blending it out and popping another shadow on top of it to kind of, you know, switch it up a little bit, because it was so, I don't know, just white on my face, and I did not like that one bit. So let's go ahead and move on to the sponge, and this should be fun. I'm going to grab my Charlotte Tilbury, and we're just going to prep the skin and give the sponge a try. That way we can share this moment together. So I told you guys I've been using a lot more of this lately, just liberal amounts of this on my face, because it just makes my skin look really, really nice. And that's what I'm going to do today. Again, so we got our little sponge here, and I'm just going to start tapping this into my skin a little bit. And I do like this because it is very squishy. It's got that great fine point on it, so you can get right up here into the inner corner of your eye. I think that's a good deal for a sponge. You want that in a sponge. If it's like, wait, I want to say this. I'm not fond of sponges that don't have this edge to them. You know, if it's just a rounded kind of deal, like this, I think I bought from Miniso because it's just cute. But if you see that it's just kind of like, in order to get that in the inner part of my eye, it's almost impossible. Even when it's wet, it just doesn't work. This one's great, works great. This one, I have the same problem with this, the Juno sponge. You gotta squish the hell out of it just to get it to fit. Ooh, gravity. Just to get it to fit right here. So, I mean, I know I'm splitting hairs. It's not that big of a deal, but if you're trying to do your makeup properly and blend, and you don't have a brush for your concealer per se, then it's kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, I suppose I could just use my fingers, but that's why I get the sponge in the first place. So, like, I don't know. I guess maybe I am a little too, but aren't we all? Aren't we all, when we want to do our makeup the right way, you know, and have it turn out nice? Get a little tutu. Get a little ballerina with it. Okay. Let's get into the foundation portion of the program. Oh, gravity. I'm dropping everything today. What the hell is my problem? What is my problem? I don't know. Okay, sponge. Again, I'm using this pointed end here. Pointed flat end of Sponjo. Look at that. That's a very nice shape for a sponge. I like that. My hair is still kind of in my way. I didn't do a good job of putting it up. That's all right. We'll work around it. It'll be fine. Yeah, this does a really good job of getting the product down on the face. Does a good job of bouncing it into the skin. It's a nice sponge. So, I know Manny MUA also has new sponges in his line that I want to check out. I'm a face sponge hoarder, I think. I just have so many of them. Sponges and brushes and stuff like that. I have more than enough. Let's put it that way. And I like them, you know. It's not that I don't use them. They all get used. They just need to be clean more. It's so gross. I hate saying this too. I gotta clean my brushes and stuff again. And I I'd like to film a video using that new brush cleaner that I got, and I don't know what haul it was, but it's something that I got recently, and I haven't filmed a video using it yet, but I want to show you guys how it works so we can experience it together, because, you know, it gives me an excuse to clean my brushes and to hang out with you guys, so it's like a win-win. So after the whole deal, and we had a bite to eat, came home and just kind of chilled and watched a movie and enjoyed the rest of the holiday weekend, and that was that. I'm trying to think of, you know, like what else has been going on lately. I've been thinking I'd really like to get out to Vegas and visit with family and stuff, because I feel like it's been a while since I've been out there. So I'd like to get out and go do that. Just spend a little time hanging with Jody and everybody, because I'm starting to miss people. And also want to get my mom over here. It's been a while since she's come for a visit, and just have her hang out with us for a little bit. She's got a birthday coming up here soon too, and yeah, I just want to do something fun, get out of the house and spend time with her. That'd be a good, get a little sun, because it seems like this foundation isn't matching. Like, I need more sun in my life. I mean, it looks okay. It'll be fine. The thing about this Changemaker foundation is that as you have it on, the longer you wear it, the better it makes your skin look. It's a trip. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's really true. That's how it is. The longer you have it on, the better it looks on your face, especially mature skin that I've come to see. I just feel like this is a really good formula for my grown friends out there. I really do, because I know how well it behaves on my face. So I got a grown face, clearly. It's good for that. That's pretty well blended in, and it's nice. I like it. I'm happy with it. Another thing that I recently purchased that I wanted to share with you guys, look at this. I had to get something from the SpongeBob collection, and to be honest, it may sound strange, but I didn't want the palette. I wanted something like this, or one of the sponges or something like that. So I was out at Ulta and I saw this and I decided to pick it up. And it's a brush cleaner in the Krabby Patty form, which is freaking hilarious. I love this. It's not even to use it. It's just to have it for my collection, because I like SpongeBob. It's like I've still got that child whimsy that lives within and will never go away, and I love SpongeBob. So I didn't want to miss out just because the eyeshadow palette didn't speak to me. There were other things in the collection like that I just wanted to go ahead and have, and so I went ahead and I grabbed that. I also was trying to find the Juvia's Place bronzer in person. They didn't have any left that would look good on me. It wasn't comparable to my skin tone, so unfortunately I wasn't able to pick it up. I know I just need to buckle down and just get it online. They have it on Sephora online, and of course on Juvia's Place. It's just, I don't know, I'm just that kind of person that likes to stick to the norm. I'm very regimented, and I just like shopping in stores. I mean, I know with everything that's gone on lately, I've become more accustomed to shopping online, but still, you know, there's that part of me that still enjoys going to the store, going to Ulta, going to Sephora, going to Free People, and buying things in person, and being able to see them in person, and, you know, really get a feel for whether I like them or not. They did have the palette there for Juvia's Place that I was liking, the pink palette. I didn't get it though, because I feel like there's so many palettes that I have here that I want to start working through, and it wasn't as, like, I don't know, like jaw-dropping amazing that I needed to purchase it that day. I was just kind of, you know, it's pretty, I like it, but I was really there more for the bronzer than I was for anything else. So they didn't say anything about restocking it anytime soon. It was just simply that because I asked the young lady, I was curious, and she basically said that, I'm looking for something here, hold on one sec. Where is my brain? Where is my brain? It's been a while since I've seen it, and I miss it. She didn't say anything about their restocking anytime soon. In fact, I think that my inquiry was kind of annoying her. I wonder if a bunch of people had come in and asked, because, you know, apparently, that's what she told me. Because apparently, this is what she did tell me, is that it went off on TikTok. I don't watch enough TikTok to know. I mean, I watch some. I watch reels on on Instagram, which I guess is pretty much the same freaking thing, but I didn't see it so much there. But according to her, it went off on TikTok and people just came in and bought it up, and now it's gone. So I don't know if they're going to restock it there. I didn't drive around to any other Ultas trying to, you know, locate it, because I do have a I do have a lot of bronzer, and enough to last me for a while, so that I can, you know, hang in there and wait till it's no longer a viral moment and, you know, try it later with you guys. It just wasn't that pressing to me, but I feel like had it been there, I do want it, you know, I'm not going to lie, obviously. That's why I was looking for it, but had it been there, I would have bought it, and the fact that it's not, it's really not that big of a deal. Like, you know, I'm gonna be okay. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Surprise! You're probably wondering what happened. I decided, in a moment of brilliance, to stop the camera and finish my eyes off camera, because I don't have any new stuff, and I thought, you know, I'm just gonna this. So here we are, and there's this. So now we're gonna move on, and I am ready to try this Marc Jacobs bronzer. Very exciting. Let's see how this works out on our face today. Yay! Our face meaning my face. I don't know how I'm gonna get through all of this. This is a lot. And I know I said in my haul that this has a lot of, you know, great reviews. People are loving it, saying it's so fantastic. So let's get into it. I also watched something on, I think it was Manny MUA. I was watching one of the videos that he did recently where he said that Marc Jacobs is actually going out of business, that they're not rebranding, that they will be no longer. I don't know. The lady that was working there that day, wait, there it is. Yeah, it's a little red, but I think it'll work. At Sephora, when I bought this, said that they are rebranding, and I read on a site that was recommended by Jen Loves Reviews saying that they were rebranding, but Manny MUA is saying that they are actually going bye-bye, which is kind of a shame, because can I tell you something? That Youthquake, I like it. So it's, you know, the entire brand isn't a flop for me just because I don't really like the eyeliner, the other stuff that I've been trying lately, because I think my other Marc Jacobs video will be up by now, the eyeshadow one. I've been really liking a lot of stuff. Not a lot of stuff, I've only got a couple things, but so far the only thing that I'm really not liking is in fact the eyeliner. So I'm kind of low-key sad to see it go, because I don't think it's terrible. Let's see, do I like this? And yeah, I don't hate this bronzer either. I think it's actually really pretty. I got this for 17 bucks, so I don't know, it's the sign of the times, you know. I really feel like with everything that's going on, a lot of brands unfortunately aren't going to make it, and it's just happening. A lot of things are just kind of going away, and makeup in and of itself is evolving. You know, people aren't using as much, not buying as much, you know. It's a changing. It is. It's like life. It's ever changing. But, you know, it's not going to go anywhere. People are always going to use makeup, and the beauty industry is going to be around forever. It's just going to continue to evolve. And, you know, it'll revert back to other things that'll go back in style, and this, that, and the other. A lot like fashion. You know, you see bell bottoms, then they go away, and then they come back, and low rise and high rise. It's just the natural ebb and flow of things. But I feel like because there's just this incredible saturation of makeup, there's just, everyone's doing it, and not everyone is shopping as much these days, that it's just really hard for, you know, businesses to keep going the way they did when all this was just really going off in, like, what, 2015, 16, 17. It was like just going crazy, you know. And yeah, now things are just kind of chilling out, and people have a different desire when it comes to their makeup. They want different things. It's just, you know, it's just not going to stay the same. That's just the way life is. And that's, you know, and that's a lot of times, you know, change is good. It's a good thing. And yeah, not when it comes to finding products and stuff that you really enjoy, but, you know, more often than not, change is a good thing. I do like this. This is huge. It's going to last me forever, so I'm not like super worried about that. But yeah, that Youthquake, I'm going to probably get some more before it goes bye-bye for good. If that's really the case. If Marc Jacobs is really going out of business, I don't know. But I figure if Manny MUA is saying it, then it may well be true. He's got his own makeup line. I'm sure he's got, you know, people who tell him what's the what. So I'm sure he's got some kind of information on the deal. Just saying. All right, moving on. I feel pretty bronzed, you know. Let's move this wild hair out of the way. Yeah. And then I think what would be cool is to hop into the Pat McGrath blushy. This one I think will be perfect for today. Let me just hop into this little sucker here and blush up my face a little bit because, you know, I gotta. I have been really enjoying these blushes. Look how pretty that is. Oh, I look like suntan mama. It's epic. So pretty. I gotta stop saying so pretty. I've gotta, what's a new adjective? Help me out here. It's so glowy. I love it. It's so pretty. Now we're in our little bronze moment for our highlight today, and I am gonna go ahead and use this gold again. I used it the last time, and it's really lovely. I don't know if it, I can't remember, did it cast a shadow? I'm trying to remember if it did or didn't, but I think if I shear it out enough, it shouldn't be too big of a problem. Look at that. That's really pretty for a highlight. I like that. So this is a brush that Laura Lee used often on her channel. She doesn't do, like I said in that video, I talked about how she doesn't really do makeup as often. She still does, just not as much. She's more of a lifestyle channel now, but this is a brush she was notorious for using in her videos, something very similar for her highlighter. So that's what we're going to use today. The highlighter I'm using today is Gold Rush. Hopefully it won't cast a shadow. We'll see. It might be a little dark for my skin right now, but I don't know. Who cares? Okay, so let's give it a shot and see what we think. And I've already tried this before, so I know, but regardless, we're doing this together. That is so pretty. It was pretty when I used it the first time, too. And I feel like with this bronze look that I'm going for today, it goes perfectly. It just meshes beautifully with everything. Does it cast a shadow? Not really. No, it's okay. It's wearable. Wow. It's very bright. See, unlike the very subdued shimmers that are in the Nudie Patootie palette, this highlight is like highlight. Gorgeous. So I guess if you wanted to punch up a look, you could use that as a shimmer instead of the, I don't know, just a thought. I'm not going to do it because I like what I've got today, but you know, if I wanted to go a little more crazy, since I have this, I could pop that on my lid and it would definitely glow things up. But this is a beautiful highlight and I really love it. And the bronzy ones are really nice too. I feel like for the skin, probably not so much for my face. Maybe this one here, Rose Goals, or this one here, Yacht Club. I could probably use that as a bronzer and it would be all right. But you know, I will most likely use it probably on like the décolleté or on my shoulders, that kind of thing, if I wanted to bronze that area of my body up and make it look just kind of shimmery and, you know, bronzy. Would probably do that as opposed to putting it on my face because I'm not a big fan of the shiny bronzer. I have the one from Hourglass. I rarely ever use it because I feel like it just doesn't look that good on me. So I don't know, it's just my personal preference. And that's how it is for all of us. It's really about, you know, what works for you. So I'm just gonna put a little of this here, not too much because it is a very potent highlighter. So I don't want to look like, you know, I've sprayed gold laminate on my face. That would be odd. I mean, you could, but I don't want to. Yeah, cute. And I'm shiny, and I'm shiny, and I'm and I'm stopping. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my hair down and all that stuff, pop on a lippy, and we are going to do the rundown again on what I tried today. So I will be right back. And this is the finished look. Not bad. All right, so let's go ahead and do the rundown. I was just sitting here thinking, wow, it's so weird because I don't have my jewelry on. I'm cleaning it right now. I'm jewelryless, and it's very strange because I have it on all the time. If you happen to notice that I'm not wearing my cross or my ring today, that's why. I was just sitting there going like, I go to reach for it all and I'm like, oh, it's not, where, oh yeah, I'm cleaning it. I just kind of had that like moment. All right, so let's go ahead and chat about what we tried today. Now, this bronze kit that we've got here, super pretty. And I'm sure as summer you know, comes and I'm outside more and I get more sun, it's probably going to look a lot better on my skin. Right now I feel like I'm still a little too light for it, but it's still nice. I like it. It's a nice formula. It's very bold. It's poppin'. It's beautiful. I really like it. The palette, the long-awaited Nudie Patootie palette that I just adored the moment it came out. These are lovely shadows, and again, the shimmers are pretty subdued. I love the look. I love how it turned out today. It's incredibly beautiful. I did take it to a more dramatic kind of glam look, but you could also do a really pretty day look. You could wear this out in the day. I'd have no problem going to lunch with this look, or, you know, out to market, whatever. It's very pretty. It's not so dramatic that it's like, what are you doing? You should wait for the lights to go down before you wear your makeup like that. You can wear your makeup however you want, but it is a bit more on, you know what I mean, the glam side, as opposed to like the day, just like a little wash of color. So you can do that. It's got that versatility in there, but you know, they are nudes, and it is a very sheer kind of subdued shimmer. It's beautiful, and I like it for what it is. I think that it's a lovely palette. She did a great job, and I'm certainly glad to have it, and I really like it. I just feel like some of the shades don't look on the eyelid like they do in the pan, but same can be said for a lot of the palettes that I have here that have surprised me many times, because I have that kind of memory where I forget everything, where I'll pick up a palette and be like, oh, why does it look like I'm surprised? Again, I've used it like 90 times. I don't know. It's one of those things. I'm going to try and remember that white is more of a flat white, and, you know, go from there. But all in all, I really do like the palette. It's lovely. I'm certainly glad to have it. And this bronzer, off the Laura Lee topic, I like it. I think it's really pretty. I think that it wears lovely on the skin. I'm glad that I got this. I'm glad that there are things that I'm actually enjoying from the line as they perhaps make their exit, because that's just perfect for me. It's great. I do love it. I will probably go get the Youthquake before I, you know, let that pass by, should it happen to be the case. I really wouldn't want to miss out on having a little more of that. I know I won't have it forever, but at least I'll enjoy it for as long as I can, because it is a decent face cream. It really is. Shocking. I love it. This, I love this. It's a great little sponge. I was going to say I love all kinds of sponges. They're fabulous, but that's not true. It's a really great shape. I like that it has the flat side for applying the foundation, that's pointed for getting into the corners and all that for the face. I think she did a great job, you know, creating this design. It's just the right amount of squish. It's not super solid, and it's not super floppy all over the place where you're just going to be like, blah, 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 you know, sponge, blah, it doesn't, you know, work. It's just the right amount of firmness and the right amount of squishiness. So I like this, and it is definitely in my spongy family. So let's talk about these little brushes really quick. So this brush is nice for laying down product. Like I said, it's very well made, ferrule and everything. This is a very sturdy, well made brush. Both of them are, truly. But this one in particular here is not going to be my favorite for applying eyeshadow. It's just not. It's not going to be one that I'm completely like, oh, I want that. Oh, I need that brush. The Sephora brush is still my favorite. It's in there somewhere hiding with the rest of the brushes, but it's just my preference. This is a well-made brush. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm sure lots of people would grab it and be like, what are you talking about? As powder wafts into the air, because I got my fan on, epic. I love that. That's great. I'm talented. It's, you know, it's subjective. It's what you like, and what we like might be, you know, different, and that's totally fine. It's just my opinion. It's, again, well-made, but it's not my favorite. Now this one, on the other hand, I really like this because it does have that little flip-flop kind of thing going for it, and it does blend the highlighter beautifully on the skin. I also think it'd be nice for a contour, because it kind of, it's a smaller, in a way, not as tapered off or whatever, but I still think that it would do just as well as my little contour brush right there. This is from Sigma. I love this brush, clearly, and it needs to get cleaned again already. Oh, I know. Me. Anyway, great brush. I like this. It's super cool, and it does a really good job, and you can see here that I have used it for bronzer. This hasn't been solely for highlighter, and I do think it does a really good job for that. Gets right up in there and has a nice little shape to it for my face, so I like this brush. Now, her stuff is you know, it's kind of like mid-price to the pricey side. And I know that she does these single brushes, and she has bundles and all that jazz going on. So would I recommend Laura Lee Cosmetics? Absolutely. I think that they're very well made. She does a great job. I'm surprised that you don't hear more about it, but you know, it may be something that she also has a clothing line and she's putting more interest into that these days. Who knows? I'm sure that with all the competition out there, it must be really difficult. Even with her popularity, I'm sure it's got to be a challenge. Look at Marc Jacobs, you know, it may be going frickin' bye-bye for all we know. Maybe by the time this video posts, we will all know. Who's to say? I tend to pre-record a lot because I never know what's going to happen in my life, so I like to have content out. So this could be like a couple weeks before this video goes up. Who knows? But regardless, we're bound to find out eventually. And I do think that she has a really nice makeup brand, and I would recommend them. I mean, I feel like when I ordered the mystery bag, it showed up really pretty promptly. There was no issue whatsoever, and the stuff is nice. I mean, again, this isn't a first impression, and if I'm saying it the next time around, it's nice, in my humble opinion. You know, what can I say? That's my thoughts. That's what I feel, and I'm always going to tell you guys the truth. So I am liking how it turned out today, and yeah, I'm ready to put my necklace back on because I'm missing it. My ring, like, kind of like, you know, I'm having like separation anxiety, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But I just wanted to hang out with you guys. And Joey, if you're watching, if I plan on going to Vegas, I hope I could run into you. It would be really amazing. I've been wanting to meet you. I think about that often, what it would be like to meet you guys and hang out. I think it would be so much fun. We would all have such a great time. In my mind, I envision this huge banquet party where we're all just like, you know, laughing and talking and sharing stories about makeup and life and things like that. And music's playing and we're having great food and just chilling. I don't know. In my head, it seems like it'd be so fun. But anyway, regardless of that, I'm just grateful that we have this now, that we can hang out, because you guys have really helped me through this crazy time a lot. And I hope that we continue to help each other and spend time together and laugh together, because it's just huge to me. It means more than I can say in words. So I really do appreciate it. Anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you for listening to me ramble, and I love you. I hope you're safe. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're happy. And as always, I hope y'all are having a beautiful day. Thanks. Bye.